This episode of Intoxicated is brought to you by Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa was founded to bring clarity to the jewelry industry with their beautiful earth-friendly pieces. With jewelry starting at $39 when you visit shop.analuisa.com/Kelsi. That's ANALUISA. They use recycled materials and I really appreciate their awareness of saving our planet. They're actively limiting their batches, offsetting 100% of their carbon emissions while producing unique, long-lasting jewelry, all with a 365-day warranty. Some of my favorite necklaces are from Ana Luisa, and they're just so dainty and chic. They just add so much to every outfit I put together when filming or attending events. Plus, they release new jewelry collections every single Friday. Mother's Day is coming up, so go to shop.analuisa.com/Kelsi and make Mom's Day by treating her to new jewelry pieces with Ana Luisa's buy one get one 40% off sale. That's ANALUISA. You can get one piece for her and one piece for you. Again, that's shop.analuisa.com/Kelsi, KELSI. I know you'll love them. Hey Kel Kats, welcome back to another episode of Intoxicated. I'm your host, Kelsi Davies, and I'm here with a very special guest. We have my boyfriend here, Drew Allen. We got the boyfriend here. The boyfriend, one and only. Drew has been on this podcast once before, but he could only stay for part of it because he had to work early in the morning, and now I was like, I want to do a full episode with you because he's funny. He's a fun guy. Fun guy. Mushroom joke. Fun guy. Is that what you are?
I will not be put in the same group as the dirt of the earth.
The dirt? What? Well, I just got back from vacation. I went to, well, it wasn't vacation. It was kind of like a work trip. I went to the Bahamas. Disney had this whole event for all these creators, like YouTube and TikTok creators, and it was so much fun. But I am trying to get back on track here because we were gone for like I think a week or something. I haven't been gone for a week in a long time. So for me, I'm just like trying to get everything caught up here. But I don't know if any like weed smokers or stoners out there, I don't know what you guys call yourselves. I call myself a stoner. I'm just a total stoner. But I don't know if anyone has like the difference between weed pens, like the pens with THC, like they usually have like a lot of THC in them, or edibles. Those are so different than flower. So I'm trying to get used to my flower again. Like I usually would smoke like every day, like I don't smoke like 24/7, but I smoke when I need to, when I have anxiety, when I need to edit, when I need to focus. Like I kind of just get a little weed there, like the flower, like sativa before I work out or something. She takes in
more weed than oxygen.
I do not. That would be aggressive, dude. Like, I don't think I would be able to function. But if I'm acting weird on this podcast, it's because I just had flour like a lot and I'm not used to it anymore. It's so weird. It's like my tolerance went back up in a week without having flour. Like, I didn't have any. So I don't know if like your tolerance just goes up or whatever, but I feel so stoned right now. So I can't even focus. We had to redo this podcast. Like we filmed like 8 minutes of it.
I can't do it.
And I was like, Drew, I'm too high. Like I need to take a breath. I need to take a deep breath and just like get back into this. But my intoxicated choice of the night or of the day is marijuana, obviously. Drew is just high on life. He's just living his life.
I'm chill.
He's chill. Have we talked about that? We have like an inside joke. Do you want to talk about it?
What do you mean?
She chill.
I was like half awake when I had started that.
So Drew sleep talks.
Yeah.
Have you done it like your whole life?
I don't know. I didn't even know about it until you told me about it.
No, we've had full conversations with each other while he's asleep, and he wakes up and he doesn't remember it. Like he sleep talks. So he was like sleeping.
I cannot confirm or deny.
He sleep talks. So he was sleeping and he was like, I don't even remember what he was saying. He was talking about something, and then all of a sudden he was like, she chill. So ever since, our inside joke is she chill. What was another time that you slept talked?
Well, there was one time, like, I woke up, and then you're freaking out, and then you're like, why are you yelling at me?
Oh, no,
and she starts bawling.
No, we had dreamception. Like, literally, like, it was the weirdest experience. We were, like, taking a nap together in the day. So I was having this dream, like, because I could, like, subconsciously hear Drew talking out loud in his sleep in my dream. So I had this dream that he was yelling at me and, like, breaking up with me, being really mean, just like yelling at me, and I was crying in the dream, so I was just like really upset. It was one of those like dreams where you wake up and you're just like, you know, like anxious or crying, or it like really affects you. And Drew was sitting next to me sleeping. He was dreaming about selling a car, and he was getting really aggressive with the customer. He was like, no, like what was a car thing you would say?
I would never be that aggressive is the thing.
But you were in your dream. You were so like passionate about selling this man his car.
You really think I remember that?
Well, you were yelling out loud. He was like, no, the car, like it's this much and then this much. Like he kind of talks loud like that when he's passionate about something. So I think that's what you were like doing, but he was talking out loud like as I'm dreaming. So I wake up mid-dream, him yelling at me in my dream to him yelling at me in real life, like because he was sleep talking. So I woke up and I was like, why are you yelling at me? And I started crying, and Drew was like, he looked at me, he was like, I was just like trying to sell a car, like I don't know what's happening. So
I was just trying to sleep, bro.
We literally had dreamception. It was the weirdest thing. If anyone else has experienced anything like that, please comment below. I would love to hear your story, because that was really the weirdest thing I've ever experienced, honestly.
She was bawling.
Because I thought you were breaking up with me yelling at me. Like, I wasn't quite out of it yet. I was awake, but I was, like, still...
I literally, I'm like, what are you talking about? This isn't a beach, it's a bathtub.
I'm not at the beach. This is a bathtub.
What are you talking about, lady?
Okay, anyways, that's from a porno. You got just type in online if you guys want to hear that inside joke. It's just...
That's not inside at all.
I don't know, just type in, I'm not at the beach, I'm in the bathtub porno.
You're gonna really send them to a porno?
I am. If you're 18 and up, go check it out.
You just send them to a fucking porno.
I'm just like, the link's in the description. Just kidding. Okay, anyways, last time on Intoxicated, we ended talking about cursed sets. So there's a lot of movie sets out there that are reportedly cursed. And I had Garrett Clayton on here last week, and he said that he's had some possibly weird experiences on sets because he's all in the movie industry. And he's heard about like The Wizard of Oz, and like you've heard about like Poltergeist, and all these sets that were supposedly cursed by evil entities or whatever. There's been like people who have died after making movies and stuff. What's one that you've heard of that like...
I know Wizard of Oz. Like they swear they saw people like dead there, and like people hung themselves on set.
Yeah, I think that, like, I talked about this on the last podcast, but people said that there was like a munchkin who hung themselves in the background, but I guess someone said it was a bird, but you never know, honestly. Like, they could cover that up.
Trying to cover it up.
Yeah, like
not to make them look bad.
Right. Like, if it was a bird, then like... there were other weird things.
That's a big ass bird.
I know. There were other weird things on that set, though, that happened. You can listen to what it was on the last episode. But I want to talk about The Crow. So The Crow's another cursed movie set. And if you haven't seen The Crow, it stars Brandon Lee. And it was about a musician who rises from the grave after being heinously murdered the night before the wedding. I said heinously earlier, so Drew's laughing at me.
Heinously murdered.
I was like, he was heinously murdered, and Drew was like, heinously? I was like, oh. Heiny. But anyways, he becomes a supernatural gothic avenger that vows to seek revenge on his attackers. So this movie was the last that Brandon Lee ever was in because he had passed away during a tragic accident on set with a prop malfunction.
Yeah.
Like something, you said it might have been a gun or something?
Yeah, so basically, like, they use blanks, but sometimes blanks can still kill you.
Really?
And it's happened before, like, with magicians, the gunpowder's killed them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so scary. Like, imagine being on set acting and
It actually just recently happened.
Yeah, but I thought that they had, like, real bullets with Alec Baldwin.
I don't know exactly what happened, but somebody died on the set. They actually got shot.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if that set was maybe cursed, because that was a really weird thing that happened, too, with Alec Baldwin. That was just a really weird incident.
people started saying that they're not going to use guns anymore on their sets and all that kind of stuff because so many people are dying because they're being done with them.
Honestly, at this point, they could even have the prop, but they can use, like, CGI. You know, it's gotten to the
We can use airsoft guns.
airsoft guns?
Yeah, they make the movement just like it.
Really? Oh, I don't know.
They look the same.
I feel like they've been, you know, doing this for so long that they should have the technology to be safe enough to not, you know, have incidents like this happen on set.
They only make changes until something does happen.
Right, which is like too late, you know. It's just, I just hope that they change things and this was like an awakening, you know, because back then this happened so often and it happened again and it was just really tragic. Other crew members were injured on set prior to this incident on the Crow movie. And eerily enough, Lee had reportedly referenced the fact that he thought his family was cursed. Like, he told people on set, like, I think my family is cursed.
What would make him bring that up, though?
I don't know. Maybe he was just talking about it. And he said that he would be dying soon to several crew members prior to the accident. Like, he believed that he was the next one to die in his family due to this
crazy.
Curse.
And then he just dies.
Yeah. Like, it's like if he brought this curse to the set or if it was just a curse with himself. Because I'm not sure if other members, like crew members, went through anything.
I've heard about the movie and, like, kind of what's happened before. But I didn't really get to see and kind of hear exactly what happened.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't, like, this is the first time I've kind of, like, looked into it, but I don't know if you guys know more about the Crow movie, like, or you want me to dig in more, I'll definitely do that. Also, Insidious, I guess, was said to be cursed in some way. Insidious is about the paranormal, so I feel like if you do anything with the paranormal or even have that energy, I feel like it draws them in. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the energy.
I mean, like, when you're in a certain mindset, stuff's just gonna happen.
Right.
I don't know exactly what happened with Insidious. Like, do you have an example?
Yeah. So I know that there was some, you know, the set was haunted. Like, I think that maybe they drew spirits in, or maybe the set that they were using.
The pigs was, like, haunted.
Yeah.
Maybe they were going for that aesthetic from the beginning.
Right.
And they just picked somewhere that was super haunted, and they kind of messed up by doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. So it says that many of the people that worked on this film reported feeling uneasy and like there was a generally negative energy all around the set while they were filming. So they all just felt this negative energy around them, which is kind of eerie that multiple people felt that. Along with that, they reported that they could hear a strange buzzing noise coming from various empty rooms around the set when no one was in them.
That's weird.
A buzzing noise? That's kind of creepy.
I wonder, like, what kind of buzzing? Like light bulb buzzing or?
Right. I don't know. This is weird because Insidious involved Ed and Lorraine Warren. I didn't even know that. Ed and Lorraine Warren, like...
I don't know who that is.
So they're the ones who had, like, the Annabelle doll who went to the Conjuring house to, like, get rid of the spirits, exorcisms. They were the ones, like, Lorraine had gifts and stuff, so she would,
they based the story off of them.
Yes, yeah, like, all those stories are based off of all their experiences. So it's like, what if Ed and Lorraine Warren, like, just... draw people like this, you know, the paranormal realm in. Because,
well, I'm sure they've got some spirits attached to them too.
Right, but they did die, so I'm like, what if they come back like when they are, you know, I don't know if they died when Insidious was filmed, but if if they were dead and they were like,
I don't know.
You know, like their spirits could come back in some way. I don't know. I'm just high. So I'm thinking of every possible scenario. There was also Rosemary's Baby. I haven't seen this one. Have you seen this?
It's an older movie, no?
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. So this was released in 1968. It's basically about this couple who move into a new apartment together, and after becoming pregnant, the woman begins to experience strange things and believes that something evil is going on there. And this movie's curse set is one that allegedly followed a number of different crew members and people working on the film. So people, after they were done filming this, felt like it followed them, which is so creepy.
Imagine that, coming home and then you still have that stuff coming with you.
Yeah.
It's like when we went to the Suicide Bridge and it followed us back to your house.
Yeah. What was that? Which one was that? We've had so many paranormal experiences together.
It was the first time we went down to the bottom of the Suicide Bridge.
Yeah.
And then
Myrtle.
Luna got tossed onto the ceiling when we got home.
Oh, that was Boo.
I thought it was Luna.
No, so we had an old friend of mine. She basically lived at our house for like a year pretty much. And she had her cat there. So we had both Luna and her cat there. And it was my parents and my sister. They were home watching a movie or something. And me and her, we were out of the house, you know. And all of a sudden I received this call with my parents freaking out, telling me to stop going to paranormal places. And this is after we went to Suicide Bridge.
Yeah.
And her cat apparently got my cat was hissing at a corner in the ceiling, Luna, and her cat got thrown at the into the corner of the ceiling,
and these are 14-foot high ceilings.
Yeah, hit the ceiling, fell on the coffee table, and they would not go near this one corner. They were both hissing at it, freaking out. So my parents were like, you need to stop this because there is something weird happening. And this was I truly think something followed us home from Suicide Bridge.
And then we had to saw and do all that stuff, and then finally left us alone.
Yeah, finally. But
for a while it was really weird.
Yeah, it took a lot. Me and Drew have had some weird paranormal things happen. I feel like if you just are with me in general, I feel like things just happen because I feel like I attract it.
You do.
I do. Well, I don't know. I think they know that I have medium psychic gifts, so I just kind of attract them.
They want your attention, so
exactly
because they know they can communicate with you.
Right. So Drew, he was skeptical before he met me. He was he believed in it, but he was skeptical.
I was always looking for how to prove it wrong.
Right, but after we've had so many experiences.
Some things he just can't explain, so.
Right.
What else could it be?
Going back into this movie, the movie's composer fell to his death at a party. This was after working on the film, so he fell to his death. What are the odds at a party you fall to your death? How does that even happen?
Just falls down.
I don't know what happened.
He probably fell down a set of stairs or off a building or something.
But that's so weird. How often does that happen? And then
not very often.
Yeah, and then the producer had life-threatening kidney stones and was allegedly hallucinating about Rosemary coming after him with a knife in the hospital.
That's weird.
Ew. I guess Rosemary was the evil spirit in the movie, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Imagine having hallucinations of that. Because you're awake.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. And then director Roman Polanski was famously dating and expecting a child with Sharon Tate, and he was viciously attacked and murdered by members of the Manson family. I didn't know that. This was after they filmed this movie, and then Sharon Tate and all of them got murdered by the Manson family. What? I just got the chills. That's scary. Oh my gosh. I truly believe that these movies did summon something. I mean, if they're talking about it enough, if they're talking about these evil entities acting as them, that is the energy they're putting out and attracting. It's why would not? If there was a demonic entity seeing someone portraying what they are, why would
they're
gonna
come and try to get it into it? Yeah,
exactly. It's a way of summoning them, a Ouija board session or anything, or dowsing, or any source of spirit communication. It just summons spirits, and that's just how it works. So it's that's almost a way of communicating with them, is I don't know, portraying them.
I mean, they're going to be attracted to that kind of situation. I feel like you'd be more likely to get possessed.
Right.
If you're trying to act like a demon.
Right. They're like, okay, this person's like tapping into what I am, so here I come. You know?
Let's make you a demon.
Here I come. Let's go. Oh, also the Amityville Horror. I don't know if I talked about this last. I don't think I did, but I don't think it was. I think the one with Ryan Reynolds, actually, they did experience some weird things. The Amityville Horror. Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that one? You
No.
love Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't see it.
Drew, like, loves Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wait. Is that the one where they buy the house on the lake?
Mm-hmm.
I did
and
see
it's
that.
haunted.
Yeah,
like,
I did see
and
it.
the dad gets possessed in some way and tries to murder his family.
Yeah, I have seen it.
So there was a Amityville Horror movie in 1979. So this was like the first one.
Oh, we're not talking about the one with Ryan Reynolds?
No, but they did have weird stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
So in both movies. So this one is this is just on the article. While the story of the Lutz family, which is the family that moved in there, is already scary, reports from the sets of the films based on their story are even creepier. James Brolin, the actor who played George Lutz in the original film, which I believe was the dad, claims that when he was considering accepting the role in the movie, a piece of clothing in his closet fell down on its own. And Ryan Reynolds, who played the same role in the 2005 version of the movie, reportedly woke up every single night at 3 a.m. for no apparent reason while filming.
That's crazy.
Do you think the dad, like, or the original dad that lived there came back and maybe, like,
Is that
visited
movie
them?
based on a true story?
Yeah.
So
It's a real house. I went to the house. I didn't get to go inside, but like it's a real house.
I wonder if the ghost kind of thing situation like is actually possessing males of that and trying to do that.
Well, that's the story. So like, I mean, if they're portraying who he was and stuff, or I don't know, if they're portraying someone that this like entity
that was involved by it.
Yeah, was involved.
He would try to do it again.
Exactly. So that's really weird that like both people who played that character had weird experiences, and I know that there were weird experiences with other crew members and stuff like that, which is so creepy, dude.
Especially at that place.
Yeah.
That movie is kind of creepy.
I mean, I don't think they filmed at the house. I think they had like a replica, but still it's that energy.
Yeah.
Again, what I said before, you know, like, I don't know.
I'm sure it was pretty close to where the house was.
Right. I don't know where they filmed it, but I'm sure like there was just, I don't know. I'm sure that there was just some weird shit that happened. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way. Like, I don't know. but speaking of like creepy entities, have you heard about the nine-tailed fox in Japan?
Yeah. So sealed, like, demonic spirit was sealed in like a rock for thousands and thousands of years. And they said if it was ever freed, like broken free, it'd be basically not announcing, but basically telling us that the end of the world is coming.
Right. If it broke free. So everyone's like freaking out, but then some people think that it was like a good omen of like the end of like chaos or something. I don't know,
But
honestly.
it's been sealed for thousands of years.
That's true. I want to look up
like a lot of good things. Not good things, but like a lot of passing of bad things has happened since then. So I can only see downhill if that's going to happen.
Basically, we'll go into the legend a little bit here. I always think of Naruto with the nine-tailed fox.
Yeah, that's first thing it goes to
yeah,
every time.
literally, I'm like, Naruto? Like,
believe it.
So it says predictions of dark forces being unleashed by an evil vixen hung over social media in Japan on Monday after a famous volcanic rock said to kill anyone who comes in contact with it was found split into two.
It's crazy.
It's so creepy. According to mythology surrounding the sessho-seki, or killing stone, the object contains the transformed corpse of Tamemo no Mei, a beautiful woman who had been part of a secret plot hatched by a feudal warlord to kill Emperor Toba, who reigned from 1107 to 1123. That's an old ass story.
Really old.
1107.
It's crazy how long the stories last in Japan.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just has such an impact that people still talk about it. From 1107?
Yeah.
That is insane. Legend has it her true identity was an evil nine-tailed fox whose spirit is embedded in a hunk of lava located in an area of Tochigi Prefecture near Tokyo. I'm so bad at pronouncing things, guys, so I apologize. Famous for its sulfurous hot springs. Its separation into two roughly equal parts believed to have occurred within the past few days has spooked online users who noted that, according to folklore, the stone continually spews poisonous gas, hence its name, so it kills anyone who comes near it. While the stone was said to have been destroyed and its spirit exorcised by a Buddhist monk who scattered its pieces across Japan, many Japanese prefer to believe that its home is on the slopes of Mount Nasu. Visitors to the area, a popular sightseeing spot, recoiled in horror at the weekend after witnesses posted photos of the fractured stone, a length of rope that had been secured around its circumference lying on the ground. I feel like I've seen something that should not have been seen, is what a Twitter user said. While others speculated that the demon spirit of Tamamo no Mae had been resurrected after almost 1,000 years, local media said cracks had appeared in the rock several years ago, possibly allowing rainwater to seep inside and weaken its structure.
But how would it just blow up how it did?
Like, well, they said it was just cracked in half, but even
Have you seen the picture? There's a rope around it. It's blown apart, and then the pieces are in like 4 different pieces.
Do you think like it was the entity that like released itself, or do you think that
possibly?
Or do you think that
there's a lot of force to blow everything? Like I could see it falling apart, but not blowing apart.
Right, but like if it naturally fell apart, you know, like what if it was for a reason and then that entity decided, okay, it's now my time to leave, you know?
It doesn't look very peaceful. Have you seen the picture of it?
I have, yeah.
It doesn't look like a peaceful opening.
I just don't know if someone like moved the rock or, you know what I mean?
I wonder if somebody was malicious and broke it open.
Broke it, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. So,
It'd suck if somebody did.
Yeah, so some people believe that like the releasing of this demonic entity, nine-tailed fox, means like the end of the world. It means like chaos is going to erupt in the world and, you know, like bad things are going to happen. But a lot of people also believe it's a good thing, whereas like it's the end of its reign, it's the end of this terror, and it left our earth. You know, some people believe that. So yeah. I don't know, honestly. I did ask Lola earlier to see what she thinks, because she's a spirit, you know, she probably knows things, doesn't know everything, but like she felt like there wasn't chaos that was going to ensue, but I don't know. What do you think?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
I know. I'm like, it's kind of scary,
how
honestly.
Everything's been going, like, with the world lately, maybe?
Right. It's like the last thing we need. Like, literally.
Like,
so many things.
So many dumb stuff. Like, remember the killer bees? Like, the killer hornets, the giant ones?
Yeah.
Like
what?
How does that just out of nowhere like become a thing?
COVID, first off, like that is
Besides that, it's just like so many random like bullshit things have happened. Yeah. Besides COVID and all that.
That's true.
There's such random bullshit things just keep on popping up. Like, by the way, this happened.
They just keep popping out.
This happened.
I swear, no, it's so weird. But it's like at this point, it's like what worse could happen with this entity being released?
Don't say that.
Am I gonna drink something?
I hate when people say that.
What?
It could be worse.
But I'm serious. Like, what is it gonna do? Like,
what else could happen? Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but like what?
No, something worse is gonna happen when you say that. You leave the world has to slap you in the face when you say that.
He goes, no shit.
Like the world is just like, oh, bruh, you just said that. I'm gonna slap you in the face.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna release this giant fucking nine-tailed fox, like this huge entity with
maybe I can finally become a ninja.
Not 8 fucking tails, 9 tails. I'm gonna release this. Here you fucking go. Here you go, humanity.
I'm gonna finally become a ninja. Believe it.
Believe it. You better believe it. What other Japanese legends are there? Because you watch a lot of anime, and a lot of anime is based off of Japanese legends.
Well, they use a lot of legends. They use a lot of Buddhist legends. Most of the names and stuff like that are based on that stuff. I can't keep track of all of it.
Right.
But
what's like your favorite one though? Like that you've maybe, I don't know, even like Naruto and stuff that you've maybe just like really been like, oh, this is really interesting.
So all of the ten-tailed beasts are something from some type of like Buddhist religion or Japanese history.
How many are there? There's 9, right?
Yeah, and then you got the 10-tail, which isn't really a beast.
Which is all of them combined.
Technically, yes.
Right. Okay.
It's technically a tree.
Yeah. So like the story goes, like there was this one beast, and then it got split into.
Spoilers.
Well, it got like, this is like a legend, like it got split into all these different beasts, one with 1 tail, 2 tails, up to 9 tails, but it was originally like one giant beast with 10 tails. Yeah. So that's like...
It's basically telling you how energy is dispersed and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Do you believe like there's some sort of like entity like that was like divided?
So I heard a theory recently.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it's called the egg theory.
Okay.
Every person is you. They're just you in a different time. You're not conscious of being that person. And you're getting all this experience together as all these other people. And once you've lived as every conceivable person in history, you'll finally hatch from your egg and you can become a god.
What? That's really crazy. That's interesting, actually.
So you're me, but I'm you, but they're all me, but they're all you.
But we are all, like, there's energy. It's all energy, and it could be recycled. So, like...
Basically, it's not even going into energy. It's basically you're living... I'm going to live this life. I have lived your life at one point.
Right. Everyone's.
So, at some point, I was you. And
Were you Lola? Were you Lola?
That's basically how the theory... You're supposed to live every single person in every piece of history and in universe.
What about like...
end up being everybody from now, back then, and in the future.
What about animals? Or is that like a different cycle?
It's a different.
Okay.
You're incubating to become a god after you've collected all the wisdom of all the human life that's been on, or on the earth.
What? That's so trippy, honestly.
Anytime.
I love theories like this because I'm like, honestly, I just like keeping an open mind. I'm like...
That just like, if you keep on thinking about that, the more you get mind fucked.
Yeah. Like, it's weird.
Who is the real one? I can only contest to myself that I am conscious right now, so... Right.
It's like, I don't know if your consciousness is like a thing.
You could be...
I could be making you up right now.
Yeah.
Ew, but I hate this.
I can only confirm that I'm feeling what I'm feeling.
Exactly.
I can't confirm if you're real or not.
But then I can't. It's weird because, like, with my gifts, I can tap into people's energy and past. But it's like, what if
that's
I made
old
that
energy
up?
Or your old energy?
Yeah. What if it's like something I came up with in my consciousness? But
that's what I'm saying. You could only attest for yourself.
Like, I came up with your whole life, and oh my god, I'm like tripping.
If you go way down to that rabbit hole, like you start to get mind fucked.
No, my mind's like fucked right now. Like, it's getting fucked as we speak.
Ew.
Like, y'all don't need Pornhub. Like, my mind is getting fucked right here on this podcast.
That's great. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job. I wanted to go into a couple other Japanese legends just real quick. Okay, so I want to go into Akamanto. I hope I'm not going to say these right, guys. Like, I don't...
They have an English name in it. The Red Cloak.
The Red Cloak. Okay, we'll go into the Red Cloak. So it says, for this story, we begin in a bathroom, a seemingly popular place for Japanese urban legends? Urban legends. Wait, in a bathroom? Is that like a place for legends?
I mean, Bloody Mary.
But, yeah, but like, why in a bathroom? I guess the mirrors.
I mean...
But, like, you take a shit in there and you don't think, like, oh, there's like
you're getting rid of negativity when you're taking a shit.
Are you?
You're expelling it from your body.
That's honestly a good way to, like, think about it. I release my negativity.
Get rid of the demons. See ya, chump.
See ya, chump. The reverb's on. Okay, but Akamento is a male spirit who dons a red cloak and a mask and is said to haunt schools and public restrooms with a particular fondness for the last stall in the woman's bathroom.
Ew.
New fear unlocked. I'm not ever using the last stall again.
I'm gonna go use the last stall.
In the woman's bathroom?
Yep.
Once you are seated in the stall, you will hear a male voice ask if you want red or blue paper. Could you
Oh, I have heard of this.
What? Choose your words carefully. If you say red paper, you will meet a bloody end. And if you say blue paper, you will be suffocated to death until you are blue. So which one do you choose?
There's actually an anime that talks about this.
Really?
You remember Ghost Stories?
Yeah.
They have it in the first episode or second episode.
Really?
About the bathrooms.
What?
And they like, which one do you want, red or blue?
Could you imagine you're just taking a fat shit, maybe on a colon cleanse, don't know, and you're sitting there.
In the anime, he yanks him down into this portal in the toilet. Like a giant hand comes out and yanks him in.
Like you're just minding your own business. All of a sudden this guy's like, yo, you want red paper or blue paper? And you're like, I don't know which one to choose. So you choose red, fucking die. You choose blue, you fucking die.
I want the white paper, toilet paper.
Yeah, is there an option? Wait.
So I can wipe my ass.
It says if you try to confuse the spirit by asking for a different colored paper, you will be dragged into hell. That fucking sucks. Like,
so no matter what, you're fucked.
Wait. To avoid a brutal end at Akamanto's hand, simply refuse his offer and run. You just run with your pants halfway down.
No, thank you.
Like, do you say no and just sprint out of the bathroom?
Just waddling out like Patrick.
Like, yeah, with your pants, like, down to your knees. Like, when you run out of toilet paper, you do that little walk to go grab it. Or you're, like, waddling out. You know what I mean? Have you done that? Just me. You haven't done that. Oh, I guess that's just something.
I check for paper every time.
I guess that's just something I do.
That's one of my biggest fears is running out of paper.
I do, but like in my house, like
I'll
walk around with my
hands. The first thing I worry about when I go to the restroom.
Really? I just sit down and go, and then I'm like, shit. Like,
Drew!
Yeah, Drew! Bring my toilet paper.
Hey!
Hey!
What do you do when I'm not home?
I do my waddle.
That's great. That's awesome.
What do you mean?
Enjoy.
I do. I enjoy it.
I don't.
Have you heard of Kuchisaki Anna?
Please. What's the
slit-mouthed woman?
Just say the English name.
I want to say like the cool name. Anyone who is familiar with Japanese urban legends knows of this infamous yet popular Kuchisaki Anna. I hope I said Kuchisaki.
All here is Coochie in that.
I know. This vengeful ghost appears as a seemingly beautiful woman who roams the streets at night. She wears a face mask and carries a concealed pair of scissors. If you are unlucky enough to meet Kuchisaki Anna during a solitary stroll, she will ask you if you think she is beautiful. You better say no. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
You better not tell her that.
What's the consequence?
Okay. As with Akamanto, consider your answer like your life depends on it. Since it does, if you say no, she will immediately murder you with scissors. If you say yes, she will remove her face covering to reveal a gaping mouth that has been slit from ear to ear in a haunting smile. Then she will ask again if you think she's beautiful. Say no and you die, but stick with yes and she will slit your mouth just like hers.
I'm saying yes. I'm about to be the Joker.
No, dude.
You want to know how I got these scars?
You come home, I'm like, you called her beautiful? Really? Really, Drew? Now you
want me to murderly killed by scissors?
Now you got this giant mouth. The only way to escape Kuchisakayana is to tell her that she looks average.
That's such an insult.
You're just like,
you look average.
You're not beautiful, but like you're not ugly.
I wonder how you say that in Japanese.
Japanese, average?
Yeah, like you look average.
I know. We gotta learn that. I want to learn some Japanese. If you are concerned about possible encounters with this woman or any of other ghouls, why not try testing your survival skills at Tokyo's top haunted house attractions? If you fail, least it's all I know. There's also Tiki room. No, it's Tiki. And this is the ghost of a woman or schoolgirl who fell on a railway line and was cut in half by an oncoming train. What? There's also...
That's horrible.
Yeah, so I want to get into her Tiki Tiki. There's also Hanako-san of the toilet. Hanako-san of the toilet. There's the Red Room Curse, and I want to get into all that in the next episode of InTALKxicated. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. Make sure you guys are following me on social media. It is KlLSIIDAVIESS on all platforms, and then on YouTube it's just Kelsi Davies, just with one I and one S. Kelsi Davies. That's KlLSIDAVIES. Do you want them to follow you?
I don't even know my thing.
You don't know your handle?
No. I don't ever tell my...
Well, if you want to follow Drew, you can find him on my page. We don't know his handle.
Just find me.
I thought it was like DRU_Allen598.
That is it.
I think that's it. Why do I know your handle and you don't?
Because you're looking at it all the time.
But make sure you guys give this podcast 5 stars if you can. I would really appreciate that. Also, give that like button a nice little tap for me. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys are subscribed. Also, ring that notification bell so that you guys know when I post. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Stay woke, everyone.
Bye.